This is our topic today. This came from a trans board that I was doing this week, and unfortunately this question wasn't answered, which is a shame because it's an absolutely fantastic question. So the question is, how can I, as a cisgendered person, talk about trans issues without using the trapped in the wrong body narrative? Now there are two issues here. The first one being, is the idea of the trans person being trapped in the wrong body an accurate narrative with which to talk about the trans community? And the second one being, is the narrative actually a good idea to tell people who are ignorant of the trans community? Now the first one, I'll right up say I do not compare with. I have never identified as the girl trapped within the guy's body. Rather, I identified as the girl who just kind of identified as absolutely nothing for a large portion of her life. I just went through life not knowing what I was. And when it came to puberty, it didn't onset as, oh, I want to be a girl. It adapted as an onset of something is wrong. And I had to figure out for 4 straight years what it was. It was painful, it was torturous, and just boiling down the entire idea to, I'm a girl trapped in a guy's body, doesn't do me any justice. So when it comes to other people who have the same experience, I do want to stress that a lot of people could connect with the idea of a girl trapped in a guy's body, or vice versa, but I personally feel that that is a gross underestimation of the story of what it is to be trans. Second, is this a really good idea to tell to ignorant people? I, for one, think that boiling down a subject to something that is incredibly simple to explain is very important for someone who doesn't understand or has never encountered the issue. However, I also think it's important to recognize that there is a diversity, a wealth of stories, and that if you are going to identify as a girl trapped in a guy's body, you should probably tell the person you're talking to that this is just your story. You should present that there are other ways. There are ways of just developing into your gender. Many people may become genderqueer, other people may just start as a transvestite, decide to transition, and then later on decide that full-on transition with hormones is not exactly for them. So when it comes to a cisgendered person trying to advocate as an ally for the transgendered community, I personally feel that the best thing they could possibly do to explain it is to say, there's no way I can explain to you exactly how painful it is to be trans. And that is something that is really hits the spot when it comes from someone who isn't trans, because it says there's no way you're going to understand, but be an ally, just like me, because it's important and it's something that you can do. The best way to talk about being trans, and the best way to talk about it as a cisgendered person and an ally, is to say, you truly don't know, and that trans people have such a wealth of diversity and pain inside of them when they transition, and different ways of feeling that pain, different ways of presenting their dysphoria. You should explain exactly that. You should explain that trans people are not a just straight up cut thing. They're not just transitioning. They're going through life and trying to change themselves for the better. And I think that's really all you as a cisgendered person really need to say to just kind of impact those people. With that having been said, I actually want a lot of other people's opinions on this because I'm not able to produce a lot of the ideas since I'm not a cisgendered person. So I'm looking forward to what all of the trans bloggers are planning to say, and I'm looking forward to what you guys, even the allies that are currently subscribed to this channel, might think about how they would tackle such a thing without mentioning the idea of trapped in a wrong body. But I also have really good news right here at the end of the video. Monica has actually decided to rejoin us on Transyouthchannel. So say hi to Monica, and I certainly hope you guys do enjoy her. She will be on Saturday. And of course, shameless plug, please submit your questions to transyouthchannel@gmail.com. We know you're creative and we've had a lot of people submitting, so don't be shy, okay? transyouthchannel@gmail.com, links in the sub.